Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome tonight. Sim, thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. Now, I am going to call this one Gaslighting 101 because this is not okay, right? When I said this is not okay, this is not okay. Okay, I came across this video where this woman was talking about how she is working together to bring Black community and other community together. I mean, like their own community together to work things out because when things are going wrong, I mean, you all are supposed to come together to make it work. And she is saying that if you said that you are not going to work things out, it means the children are going to suffer. And I am going to say this: Black people, their children have been suffering all these years. You all are coming together because it is hurting you people badly. That's why you came out with this BS to tell them to come together. That if you said that, because I mean, she used divorce case to make an like analogy, right, on this, and I am saying you better be out because at this point in time, you don't know what you are saying. You think Black people are going to be out there crying over what is going on? They are over it all. And I am going to say this: normalize holding grudges with people, especially when you are hurt. It is okay. Normalize telling people that you do not want peace when you do not want it. I know peace is very important, unity is very important. But when they start calling it because it is their own time, when you all called it, they refuse. No, you are gaslighting. And you know one thing I'm going to tell you people: Black people are sitting everything all out. Let's get into this video.
It's time to speak up. I'm probably going to lose about half my followers with this, but that's okay because I made a commitment when I started doing these about a month ago that I was going to speak truth, even if my voice shakes. And I posted a video last night and a couple of more this morning that were talking about building community and getting to know your neighbors and all the benefits of that. And I had responses from both sides saying exactly the same thing. No way. I can't do it. They were too stupid. They knew what they were doing. They've hurt me too much. They're too selfish. They're too hateful. Hate from both sides. And that's not okay. We will never be able to rebuild our country if we can't find it in ourselves to love our country more than we hate the other side. I do divorce work all the time. And I represent people who are splitting up and have children. And I tell my clients, if you ever do anything that shows me you hate your ex more than you love your children, I'm out. I am out. I will not represent you. Because if you're willing to do something that will hurt your kids just because you're mad at them, then I'm not going to have a part of that. And people, I am saying this to both sides right now. If you hate the other side more than you love your country, then our country is gone. If we can't find it in ourselves to have some forgiveness, I'm not saying to forget. I'm not saying that you have to put yourself in a bad or abusive situation. But if we hate our other side, if we hate our ex more than we love our country is already gone. I need us to do some soul searching. How much do you hate the other side? And how much do you love your country? And how much do you love the idea of freedom and democracy for your children? Because if you hate the other side more than you love your country, more than you love the idea of democracy for your children, then we might as well fold up. We might as well turn it in. He can do whatever he wants because we lose. And that's what they want us to do. Guys, listen, they want us hating each other. That's why I'm saying go out and use acts of kindness as an act of resistance. It takes the bigger person to say, I can't stand what they did, but I love my country more. And right now we need all hands on deck. If they are willing to come back, we got to bring them in, people. We have got to love our country more than we hate the other side, or we're done for. Now, please go out there and love your neighbor, even the unlovable ones.
If you guys don't learn anything from what I'm saying right now, I'm getting ready to tell you the absolute truth. I need you to learn this. Racists thrive off of your fear. Okay? Period. They They need, it's like, have you ever seen one of those movies where something needs your pain, something needs you to be afraid? Okay, that's what they thrive off of. It's upsetting to some white people like this one. What about when they are waiting for us to cry and run in fear? They are waiting for us to do that. They aren't getting the satisfaction. And that's why they come onto my post and they try and think up all kind of scenarios of the past segregation that happened during Jim Crow laws and stuff like that, right? They what about when this happens to you? What about when this happens to you? These people thrive. These people enjoy. These people foam at the mouth. These people have been trained to watch suffering and laugh. I need you to go back into history with me. And I'm going to try and talk in code, okay? These people would gather around the trees for a picnic. And they fed off of inflicting pain. And they also fed off of making people fear, which is why they ride around. They used to ride around and still do with these things on their faces, right? You know what I'm talking about. And they just ride around and like to make a spectacle. Okay, similar to what happened in Ohio. They are trying to evoke fear because they have been raised off of it. They don't even, they're looking for it. They need it. They survive off of it. That is just the truth. So whenever you, as a black person, see or hear anyone come on your post trying to make you afraid of anything, you remember that we fear nothing. You remember Nat Turner. You remember the Stono Rebellion. That's our history. Don't let them take you away from reality. Your reality. Your reality is Harriet Tubman. That's your reality. Don't get sucked into their reality. You have to survive off what you know. You remember the Black Panther Party. You remember the Civil Rights Movement. So when they try and make you afraid, you remember that we are conquerors. We are overcomers. Period. We have every single ounce of evidence of who we are. This is good against evil. And may God's people win. God's true people win.
That's been on my mind lately in regard to our people in our community is like, I understand that we are sitting back, building community, letting these kids of Columbus self-destruct and letting this country crumble. But also I want to know, like, what is our plan moving forward when this is all said and done? And the reason why I ask that is because regardless of how this all pans out, there will be a power vacuum in this country. And if we as black people don't collectively have a response to address that power vacuum, somebody is going to provide a response for us, thus keeping us in the same position we've always been in, where someone else is controlling our own narrative, thus pushing us further away from controlling our own resources. And I'm not saying this like, anybody is doing anything wrong. I'm just saying this with complete curiosity, is like, have we collectively thought about this? Maybe this has been a conversation that's already been had and I'm just out the loop. But I'm curious to see what everybody's perspective is on this, because, I've thought about it and I'm not even sure on what that looks like. Maybe we create our own political party. Maybe everybody's just waiting for midterms. Maybe everybody's waiting for the next election, if we even get one. maybe we as black people collectively concentrate ourselves to one part of the country and find political leverage that way. I don't know, but I think it's something that we need to talk about if we haven't already. And I'm just curious to see what everybody else's thoughts is on it.
The worst thing that they could have ever done was oppressed us for so many years. It's the worst mistake that they could have ever made, because we have learned to adapt to the struggle. Just hear me out, because we had to learn how to survive. We were always in survival mode. From the time we stepped foot on this continent until now, we still learning how to dang on survive. And old Mother Irony is coming to bite them in their ASSs, because now they in the fuck around and find out stage. And the oppressors cried so bad to be oppressed. Now they're being oppressed, and they don't know how to handle it, because they don't have those same qualities. They don't have those same skills. They lack resources. They lack community. They lack the things that we have had to rely on for so many years to get us by. They lack it. And so now they're scounging around. And now I finally get it. The microaggressions as to, I don't know how you do it. I don't see how you do it. I don't understand. Because you can't do it. I get it now. So I'm going to post a video later on today, because something just dropped in North Carolina dealing with the schools. How they want our students to not know their history. So now they're making y'all look oppressed. YTs, white people, y'all have cried for so long saying that y'all are oppressed. Now they have rewritten everything. They trying to rewrite it. Y'all are the oppressed. Y'all are the true people who are being oppressed in this country, even though you've had the privilege and you have done nothing with that privilege. And you know that story, little boy who cried wolf? Well, now you're gonna get it. And let's see how it works out for you. Because it's not going to shake well. Because you don't have the same skills that black people have had to have over these years, because you have not truly been oppressed. But once again, the little boy who cried wolf. The wolf in sheep's clothing. And they are truly coming to oppress y'all. They're going to oppress y'all for real. That's the catch-22. They really going to oppress y'all. They really are. And they're going to put their foot on y'all necks. They don't care who you voted for. So MAGA, they don't care about y'all either. But y'all will soon find out. Well, y'all find it out now. And y'all really about to find out when they pass this House resolution, this budget. They don't care about y'all. It's all about the bottom line of these corporations. And if you don't have $1 billion, you're not a billionaire, trillionaire, they don't care about you. So we shall see, baby. It's about to get real interesting in these streets.
Imagine waking up tomorrow and every black and brown person in America is just gone. No warning, no explanation, just poof, gone. The workforce, the culture, the communities, the contributions, just all erased overnight. What would happen to America? Would it thrive, like some racists claim? Or would it collapse under its own weight? Let's talk about it. Black and brown workers make up nearly half of America's essential workforce. Nurses, teachers, farm workers, truck drivers, construction workers, delivery drivers, just gone. The $3 trillion that black and brown consumers contribute to the economy vanished. Small businesses, over 30% of them are minority owned. That means empty storefronts, lost jobs, and neighborhoods turned into ghost towns. We know for a fact that the U.S. relies on immigrant labor and historically oppressed communities to do the work that it doesn't want to acknowledge. Without black and brown people, who's going to keep things running? Who's going to make America cool? Let's be real. American culture is black and brown culture. Hip-hop, gone. Latin music, gone. Fashion, slang, food, art, all gone. The NBA, the NFL, boxing, decimated. No more Serena Williams, no more Patrick Mahomes. No more Jalen Hurts. No more LeBron, no more Messi. No more Usain Bolt. You're watching a golf tournament in silence now. Black culture alone generates billions for corporations. But those same corporations fight against black empowerment. Imagine them trying to profit off America, but they have nothing but bland corporate branding and country music. But we created that too. 1 in 5 doctors, 1 in 4 nurses, 1 in 3 home health aides are Black or brown. Who's going to take care of America's aging population? The agricultural industry. Most farm workers are Latino. That means no fresh fruits and vegetables. Fast food, meatpacking, warehouses, sanitation. Heavily dependent on Black and brown labor. But if they're gone, those industries, they shut down overnight. The same people that America underpays and disrespects are the ones keeping it alive. 40% of the U.S. military is made up of minorities. Without them, America's global power weakens instantly. Law enforcement? Black and Latino officers make up 30% of the police force. Who's going to patrol the communities? America would no longer be a superpower. Because trust me, the rest of the world is watching. America needs the very same people that it mistreats. The U.S. relies on immigrant workers and young Black and brown folks to fund programs like Social Security and Medicare. Without them, there aren't enough taxpayers left to support the system. Retirement funds? Drained. White America will realize too late that the same people they spent decades trying to suppress are actually the backbones of this country. America's entire financial system depends on people of color, but it refuses to invest in them. Who's left to blame after we're gone? Without Black and brown people, who's going to be the new problem? Can't blame crime on inner cities. Can't complain about taking our jobs. Can't scapegoat immigrants anymore. So who's the new target? Because history shows that when oppressed people disappear, the powerful just find a new enemy. The reality is Black and brown people built this country, fund this country, and maintain this country. America doesn't function without its most exploited and underappreciated people. The real question isn't what happens if we leave. The real question is, why is America so dependent on people that it refuses to respect? The fact is, America doesn't deserve Black and brown people. But without us, it doesn't exist.
They are scared because they don't know how to deal with American imperialism. And anti-blackness is a worldwide phenomenon. They also come over here with the ideas that Black people are inferior to them. You know what I'm saying? Look at how they treat the dark-skinned people in their cultures. I don't give a damn if whatever culture you come from, European, Latino, Hispanic, Asian, look at how all of these different types of people treat dark-skinned folks, in their communities, in their respective communities. They don't like dark skin either. But when they come over to the West, they think that they're the colonizer over in their own land. And they come over here and they realize that they're a POC. You feel me? But they also think that they're better than Black people. And then you have elections like this where Trump is indiscriminate with who he gets out of here. I mean, unless you're a European migrant or a South African white migrant. I mean, obviously he has those things. And I wonder why. It's called racism. But they don't see it. They don't see it like that. They only see that, what did Godfrey say? When it comes to Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and Cubans, I know black. It's that same shit. They think that they're better than us too until they fuck around and find out. That's why everybody's finding out at the same time.
If you're a Black person, give yourself a pat on the back. I just want to say I love us. As a person who love dance so much, I be sitting here and I be watching these battles with Red Bull and everything and all these other cultures that step up to the plate to battle. And I realize that they have literally taken our shit and implemented it into their cultures. Hip hop, rap, however you want to call it, break dancing, ticking, hip hop dancing. That's all us. So anytime you turn on the TV and you see a Korean girl rapping or a Indian girl dancing to one of our songs or somebody in another country breakdancing, remember that is us. That is us. That is nobody but African Americans, descendants of slaves. We are the only race in this world that has been able to transpire everywhere. Everybody want to rap. Everybody want to be a part of hip hop culture. Everybody wants to hip hop dance. Everybody wants to Vogue. Everybody wants to house dance. That's us. That is literally us. And if no one else tells you that, I'm proud to be a part of a culture that no one ever thought would get this far. The only culture that's we've been able to make a stamp in every part of the world. Even though
They don't acknowledge it. It's still us. That's all I got. Okay, bye.
This is all I got from this video. And all I can say is that I was really laughing so hard. I wasn't really laughing so hard, but you could see my facial expression when the white woman was talking. That is called BS on a serious note. And I am going to say this. I don't care what is going on, but if my people say that they are not coming out, I stand with them. And I am also saying it. I am not letting my people step out because they are not supposed to be out. You all are now looking for community. How do you want me to be? How do you want my people to be in community with people that do not want to be in community with them? Or it is just you that is looking for a way to bring everybody in community. No, we cannot, Black people and them cannot be in community at this point in time. Maybe in the nearest future that it's possible. But as it stands, no. And no is no. You know, I've been saying this. Can we normalize have bearing grudges or saying, I don't want to do anything with you and I do not want to do anything with you? I have told my people, my friends, when I am not okay with you know I don't pretend. One thing I don't do is to pretend. When I am mad, you know it, you see it, you feel that all of it, that I am mad with you. And when I am happy with you, you will also feel all the goodness of being happy with you. There is no pretense this time around. Because if I am pretending that it's all good, then how will you know when I am sad and when I am not sad? No. I am, you see, grudges, I am holding it with you. And you have to know it. And it is okay not to accept people's invite or invitation or, like wanting to have a talk. It's okay not to accept it. It's okay not to want to have a conversation till you are ready. If they want, they can wait. If they want to wait. But coming to tell us that what will happen to the country if this side is saying no, that they have hurt. Of course, you all already know that they are hurting. Can't you see that they are hurting? Or are you going to cause somebody to build a community when they are hurting? Allow them to finish with their pain. Because you're trying to use the children to get me is like trying to tell me that if we don't come together, maybe my children might not end up this. No, that is BS. And that is you trying to gaslight me or trying to use using kind of cunning way to get me to come out and speak or to get me to come out and talk. No. And you see that fear mongering that they've been doing to my people? Not anymore. All those are all gone. And Black people aren't in fear anymore. What is it that they have not seen? What is it that they have done that they have not? What experience do you want to talk about that they have not experienced all through their lives? And you think you can come out and gaslight? No, Black people are not scared anymore. You all are talking about segregation. You think Black people are going to come out online to start crying? No, bring it on. Bring it on. If I say that my people do not need to separate, it means like I am trying to draw you people back. Because sometimes you should have a stand, no matter how hard that stand is going to be. Sometimes nothing good comes easy. You really have to sweat it all out before you get away to your destination. And you see, this time around, I am not trying to cry or try to tell my people, you have been through a lot. You all already know how hard or how far you all have come. What do they want to do this time around? To use segregation to scare you to come back together so you all can work things out. Work what out exactly? They tried all they could to work things all out with you people last year. But you all said no. Then how are you drawing the same people back from where they left from? That is unfair. You are not being fair. I am not going to tell my people to go, okay, run out and go and make peace with who? I am not saying peace is not important. You all know how important peace, unity, and all that are. But for how long are you people going to disrespect somebody and think you are going to wake up and turn around, right? You're going to hurt me and turn around. And no, it doesn't work that way. People grow. It is so far, it is growth that Black people are experiencing. Allow them to grow to the height they want. Stop looking for a way to draw them back with your with your BS, because that is what, yeah, you are trying to draw them back. No, I am over that crying. I am today. I am not here to cry or to. My people have been through it. You all know it. You all been saying it. You are telling me if this part is saying this, is this part, was the other part ready to talk before? If let's assume that this thing is not affecting them, will they still be ready to talk with people that look like me? Will they be ready to fight things, work things out for us? Let's assume it was Black people that it was affecting. Will they be ready to come out to speak up? Of course, nobody will come out to speak up, but it is hurting eyes, nose, and ears. You all want them to leave what they are doing and jump out. It is not happening. And the other one is saying, you remember when they used to, like, do something to people that look like me? What about when it was illegal for Black people to stay out during the when it is dark and in their neighborhood or other neighborhoods, and like, if they see you outside, they will kind of arrest you. That segregation is not good for people that look like me. You think they have not experienced? Are they not experiencing all that now? And you want Black people to come out on the internet and start shivering, start crying. We don't want to go into segregation. I wish that is segregation still not on. What are you telling me? What are you telling me? And like the other lady said, what if they wake up one day and people that look like me and other people are no longer, or like, they boom, vanish? What is going to happen? That's why each time I say some certain things, I am still very mad at Latinos, all of them. All of them. I am still very mad at them because they do not understand. No, please. Enough of calling for peace. When it is time for peace, people will know it is time for peace. Stop calling for people to unite. Stop calling for community to be formed. There aren't any community. Everybody should face their community at this point in time. Hear me right. At this point in time, face your community squarely. Have conversations. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.